everyone. How are you all doing? What a big shift. What a big shift. There are so many energies going on at the moment. We had dark moon, 12-12 portal, and Mercury going retrograde. So that means more excitement. And see how it will come this way. I heard when I was meditating, the only thing I want for Christmas is being happy. So that could be that there are some interferences about parties or third parties, if you want to call it work, mothers-in-laws, ex-partners that are interfering, or yeah, I hear, you know, oh my God, it's that time of the year again, here we go again. And that's not what is supposed to be. So the only thing you need to do is to enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself in every way. Don't think about what is going to happen already so many days before Christmas, because then you're making a self-fulfilling prophecy. So the only thing what I can suggest is like concentrate and focus on your own. You know, where you want to go, what you want to do, how to eliminate the things in your life, and what is it, how you focus yourself, you know? Are you focusing on, you know, people from the outside that you are not resonating with? You know, you can resonate with everybody if you want to, because if you're an empath and you can feel into things, you can also change those things. You can change the way other people think by, for instance, not reacting on the things they say, or just have a beautiful conversation about something else what has a common interest. And if, you know, everybody somewhere has a common interest, because what is within you is also within the other person. So if you, for instance, dislike a person, then you also know, yeah, this is something about you, not about the other person. Some things that are irritating you, that is a habit of you, or it is an old wound of you that is not healed. So if you are, yes, because you get the mirror, you know, everything what you do is a mirror. So if you get irritated by people, you know, how irritating are you to those people? Probably the same. You know, if you think somebody is arrogant, you know, maybe you're arrogant yourself. And if you don't see those blind spots of yourself, then, oh my gosh, then you still have a way to go. So there are, we all the same. We are all having our little things, or our wounds that needs to be addressed and needs to be worked at. You know, and the stronger you get, or the more you work with your wounds and you work with your inner child, the better you will function in an environment where people doesn't resonate with you. Okay. Let's see what the masculine's energy is doing. Wow. Wheel teachings for the divine masculine. Whale teachings are teachings of the oceans, are teachings of the emotions, are teachings of the ancestors. And that will come through. And also, you know that you're always guided by Archangel Metatron and connected with the flower of life. That will give you those sparkles to release. So it's the journey of the healing. So if you think, oh, I just want to be happy with Christmas, that just means that you're programming yourself to repeat the same old patterns. So happiness is a choice. Happiness is a choice. You can sit and moan about everybody that's not good enough, but then you have to look at yourself. Do you think you're good enough for yourself or for other people? That's the thingy. I hear that's the thingy. Okie dokie. What's in the heart space of the divine masculine? Wow, beautiful. The crystal child. The crystal child in the heart space of the divine masculine. That's the purity. So the divine masculine sees the purity of the divine feminine. That she is transparent, that she's open, that she's loving, that she's kind, and that she's connected with the stars. And when you're connected with the stars, when you connect with the star beings, for instance, then everything will come from a higher frequency and a dimension of light. And she is that light being. It's also what I say, in this, with this card, if you have Herkimer diamonds, it's possible that you can work with Herkimer diamonds. So making grids of Herkimer diamonds, but also working with the Herkimer diamonds or wearing them, that will uplift your energy and, radiate that energy out. And when you radiate that energy out, it's also, I have a beautiful diamond meditations. And when you work with this diamond meditation, then you can transmute all the energies, what I talked about, not being in that space of not being in that space of judging everyone, or that the things are outside of you. But the diamond energy and the diamond frequency within yourself, of the innocence, of the purity, of the transparent, shining one. It's just, shine like a diamond. That's the message. you know, that they give you. So let's see how the divine masculine sees the divine feminine. Lemurian egg, you know, connecting with Lemurian, connecting with the energy of Lemurian, holding her space in the golden egg, you know, sitting in a space of the higher frequency, you know, connecting with everything that's around her, and knowing that she is protected, knowing that there is this energy of protection around her. And that is yeah, I have a vision about that, how it is like. So when you're protected, you know, nobody else can shift that or change it or interfere with that. And that's how the divine masculine sees the divine feminine, that she is always protected. And it can also be that finally that he sees himself as that beautiful diamond that shines his light in this heart space. Because the divine feminine knows this already. She told him many times, you know, I see your heart, I see your space, I see your light. But if you're not able to see it yourself, you won't believe it. So now there is this shift in the divine masculine, that he is starting to believe what the divine feminine told him all along. And that the divine feminine is in that shield of the diamond, you know. She is in that diamond shield and has the golden Lemurian crystal a frame around her. So what is in the divine feminine's mind space? 2 cards. Oh my, that's the same as the divine masculine had last week on the space of was it what supported him. And now it's the space of the divine feminine's headspace, you know, protecting the lamb, but protecting the innocent, protecting what is, instead of eating it, instead of devour it or attack it, or to deal with it. It's like, okay, I'm protecting what is innocent, what is loving, what is caring. So yeah, it's like, how do I say it? Extra guardian protection, I see it, for the vulnerable. And that's really, really beautiful. Really beautiful that the divine feminine is doing this and holding space for that. Yeah. And what is in the heart space of the divine feminine? Yeah, the portal, and the fairy portal, but the fairy portal is also the 1212 portal that is coming up tomorrow, and preparing herself for that portal. As in this portal, and I see that every year. Every year, things happening till the 30th of December, what the dark side is doing. So she is protecting that portal, and everything what's coming down through that portal. So she's not just protecting everything what's on the level of the earth place on earth, yeah, the earth space, but also protecting in the higher realms. And we have the earth warriors, but we also have the light and space warriors. And it's not that she's fighting, you know, she's just eliminating dark forces. And she has her own way for that. She is not doing it on the earthly plane. She's just working with it in the higher realms. And it has all to do with what is coming our way for 2024, and what the dark energies want to do with our lives. And she is divinely protected, and she is doing her work. She does it with love, care, and attention and intention, but she's not hesitating to use some arrows. So that's really what is going on at the moment in the heart space of the divine feminine. If I have to defend everything I love, I will do it. I will do it with love. I will do it with grace. And I'm not taking any shit from somebody else, because those dark forces and those manipulating forces are always trying to diminish the light, and they can't. There is no way they can't do that. So that's why they say on this side, the divine masculine says, I wish I had a happy Christmas this time, because he knows and he felt from former times that there was always a fight going on. And I see this time that there is no fight. You know, there is no fight going on for Christmas. I see a very happy energy that is, yeah, coming into his life. So that's really, really beautiful. Because the divine feminine is also protecting that space. You know, yeah, actually, she doesn't give a shit what is going on and what's happening on the other side, what other people think, what other people say, you know, towards her. That is, you know, out of limits. And I hear it needs to be a jolly good time. Well, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. How the divine feminine sees the divine masculine, that he needs to shine his light. You know, that he needs to shine his light as protection of Kuan Yin, compassion and loving and caring. And that's how the divine feminine sees the divine masculine. He's caring for her, he's protecting her, he is showing interest, he's showing his love, he's showing his attention. So it's not that he leaves her hanging, you know, it's more about what I feel that the divine feminine sees, how beautiful he is, how compassionate and loving he is. But just as I say this with this energy, if he doesn't see it himself, you know, how can you, how somebody else can see you is the way you respond to things. So if you see yourself as being in a space of lack, or you're not good enough, that is also why the avoidance energy drops in with the divine masculine. And that's that's what he is doing all along, you know, avoiding things because things are too painful, because wounds are not healed yet. So if those wounds are healed and he can see his own worth, what the divine feminine already sees in him, that can activate his self-assurance, and that will yeah, really leveling him up. It's all about, you know, stepping up. You need to step up your game, divine masculine. And that's the, yeah, that is what I see. Instead of the feminine, her inner masculine is always protecting herself. So now it is the job of the divine masculine, you know, to step up and be able, if he is able, to protect his inner child and her inner child. Don't, yeah, that's, yeah, I hear that. It's beautiful. What is supporting the divine masculine? What is supporting the divine masculine? Wow, beautiful. The crown. What is supporting the divine masculine? You know, going to the higher realms, opening your crown chakra. Don't be afraid to go to the other side of the realm where you can meet your divine feminine. And I saw already in my vision and in my meditation last night that the crown chakra of the masculine was open, and that a lot of the divine masculines are meeting their divine feminines and letting the divine feminine know in the realm, in the higher realm, that they are connected together, that they are working together in the realm, against those dark energies, what is coming up, because those energies are trying to withhold the twin flame relationships to come together. And you feel it. You feel it. There is a disconnection. There, you know, things doesn't flow anymore. Then you know that there is an interference in the higher realm that wants the twin flames to be separated, because, you know, when they come together, the 144,000, yeah, dark energies will fade away of these, of this land, of this realm. So that's why it's so important when you're doing the work together and you connect together as a female and a man. Doesn't matter if it's your twin flame or not, but then you will radiate a kind of light out in the world that is saying, oh wow, look at those two. Whoa, this is glowing. This is, and it's literally, you can see it literally in somebody else's aura. So that's why he goes through the crown to the outer realm to connect with the divine feminine, come together with the divine feminine, work in the realm together, so they can protect each other and the twin flame journey, and not only for themselves but also for other twin flames, to be able to come and connect in the third dimensional realm. And you know, we already know that there is a third dimensional realm, a fourth and a fifth and a sixth and a seventh, and we all shifting through those energies. And when we are still connecting with that crown chakra, that is saying, okay, you have your own journey next to each other, you know, and the soul remembers each other. There's this place where you need to go and explore and explore all your talents on the third dimensional realm. So if you have talents in this third dimensional realm, you know, let it come to fruition. You know, it's really important to do that. And that's what divine feminine and divine masculine is already doing. They telling each other in the realm what is needed to be done. They're giving each other instructions through the realm. And it's those are instructions, not with communication, but with telepathy. Whoops. So how does the divine masculine sees the relationship or the union with the divine feminine? And that's the same as last time, you know. Know yourself, know who you are, know what you want in your life, know what you need in your life. And sometimes, and I see divine feminine knows exactly what her needs are, what she wants in her life. Um, um, and she says, well, you know, if it doesn't resonate with the divine masculine, then I'm continuing my journey on my own. I don't mind, you know, to be on my own, because if there's a divine masculine coming in that can meet my needs in the third dimensional realm, um, and can sustain it, and then I hear that they are emotional available, that they can support the divine feminine in her emotional state, then everything will go in flow. And they need to communicate in a mature way, you know, not by avoidance, not by you know, redrawing your energy, or coming in out of a fear energy, but being who you are. And it could be that the divine masculine is an extrovert, and the divine feminine is an introvert. And that is why they can flow together. That's how I feel it. But she will be herself, and that can be if she needs space on her own, or she needs to have a time out or whatever. She will take that time out for herself. Not explaining to the divine masculine what's going on in her life, and not keeping up the appearances. That's what I hear. You know, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to feel what you feel. And self-care and self-love must be on first. It must be the first priority of the divine feminine. However, her spontaneity is always saying yes to new challenges, yes to new things. She hardly will say no, because she knows after everything there is something to learn for her. That's why the divine feminine say yes. Yes, I resonate with yes. Yes, I'm going to explore this. Not about you, not keeping up your boundaries, because your boundaries, it's not about boundaries. It's exploring your boundaries. It's to see how far can you go, you know, instead of a boundary, you know, you draw a line and then you say to the other, no, I'm not going there. I don't want this in my life. While the real reason is you have to explore those boundaries, because what is it that you say no about? You know, that's a wounding, or it is a thing within yourself that you say, oh, don't come close, because this is not what I want in my life. And then you put it to the other person, well, it is a thing of your own. So explore those things uh, um, with an intensity, with a curiosity. You know, what is behind this? Why am I reacting this way? So I have to explore what's it within myself that I want to give that boundary, you know, and say, um, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to see it this way. Or unless you're just not in synchronicity with the other person, that you know, and that you have the conviction that you have other energies coming in that tell you otherwise, or that somebody else is telling a lie. You know, if somebody else is telling a lie, you don't have to explore that, because that you already feel in their aura field that it's not true, or that the energy is totally off. So yeah, and that's what about, you know, exploring your interest in exploring some more things, and have that curiosity. Why is somebody doing this? And that's the feminine way to discover how somebody else works. Most of the time she already knows, she already feels, because she's so in connection with other people around her. Okay, so what will support the divine feminine? So that's what divine masculine sees in the divine feminine, that she's walking her own path and he wants her to be herself. You know, he doesn't want to restrict her. He just wants her to be crazy and do fun things, and going. Yeah, he wants to unleash. Yeah, there is something he wants to unleash in the divine feminine, but he is very, very intrigued by her. Okay. Thank you, guides, for this beautiful channeling. Divine feminine is also connected by the elders of the earth. That's really, really, and that will support her. And it could be that it will support her to get out of some mind struggles. You know, what I see here, defense, and maybe she needs more grounding of the ancestors of the earth, of the earthly plane. And the divine masculine has it in his mind space. So he's connecting with the ancestors of the water. So that's really, and he working through his emotions, and feeling that everything is in alignment. He needs that confirmation that everything is in alignment. And with the divine feminine, it will support her to be in the energy of the ancestors, being in the energy of the ground, the earth. So maybe divine feminine, you need to dance. Maybe you need to move your body, you know, and let yourself totally go, to connect, to be grounded and connected, and to release some things and be in connection with the ancestors. It's I and then I hear tribal dance in the back of my mind. So if there is something with tribal dance, so you know, use that tribal energy to go back to the ancestral roots, where you're connected with, to release, and to let it support yourself. Oh, that's really beautiful. I can resonate with that. I feel that. Yeah, how does divine feminine sees the divine masculine in union? She sees it as heaven on earth. You know, that there is this heaven on earth energy. I see this as the Torah in the midst of Avalon. You know, that the ancestors are calling, and that needs to be that the landscape she's living in is the heaven on earth. It's heaven on earth for her. And sometimes, even if those energies are fluctuating and high, and has its high and lows, you know, it's just that, you know, divine feminine, that you also purging a lot of energies. And when you purging a lot of energies at the place where you live, and it doesn't matter where you live on this earthly plane, you know that the energies are fluctuating, that it's shifting, that it is your heaven on earth, and that is where your soul belongs. And don't fight it, you know. Don't try to find out why I am here. Why do I need to be here? You just need to be there because your soul is calling to be there, to get your energy as a portal in that earthly ground, so it can light up the underworld, you know, so it can light up the world underneath your feet, and it can heal Mother Earth. And that's the reason that sometimes the purpose why you're on a spot that you are, and you don't know why, and it could totally not resonate with you, what's in your mind space. Maybe you're in Norway, and your energy is calling you to a warm country. You know, you don't know what is happening there, and but it's needed. You know, they just take you to places where you belong, and when you belong to certain places, then you don't have, and you don't questioning it, then it's all okay. You sometimes you don't have to know things, but you have to work on things for yourself. If you say, oh yeah, things will change anyway, but I don't have to do anything for it, oh, forget it. You get stuck. You get stuck as hell. So yeah, that's what I feel. And together with her divine masculine, they can create that space. They can create that heaven on earth together. And I know that the divine masculine feels it, but the divine feminine also feels it that way. So it's just how do you interact with it? How do you give that a space for yourself? And it could be that, you know, they know it in the fifth dimensional realm, they know it very well. But in the third dimensional realm, they don't know. And that's what is going on. Okay, what is the universe saying for the divine feminine and for the divine masculine? What is the message of the universe for the divine feminine and divine masculine? Wow. You both have the key. You both have the key to success. Unlock your gifts. So there could be that you have gifts from your ancestors that you're not unlocked yet. So when you dive in deep into the Lemurian timelines, and you dive deep together with your feminine and your masculine energy, you know, this golden child, you know, will lead the way. So, and you take that key with you, you know, no matter what. If your ancestors have talents and you can tap into those talents, you can use those talents for yourself. So you open and you unlock the gifts of your ancestors that can open up doors for you, that can show you the way where you need to go, and explore that. You know, it's really interesting how to explore and how to open those little doors that is so beautiful to see what your ancestors did. If you go into a generational timeline and you see the talents and the gifts that your ancestors had, you know, then it's beautiful to tap into that and to open those little doors and to use those energies for yourself, because it's still in your DNA. It's still programmed in your DNA. So you can use it for the good, you can use it for the bad. You know, it's for both ways. It can also be that your ancestors had gifts of that you're not able to reach because the time is not there. But if you ask, that they can open that timeline in front of you, that you can explore it and that you can go into it and see, okay, this is where I want to go. I want to unlock those gifts. Yeah. So that's the sign for divine masculine and divine feminine from the universe. So let's see what the Starseeds has to say. One for the divine masculine and one for the divine feminine. Trust the timing, divine masculine. Oh, wow. Because I hear sometimes when the masculine is avoidant, has avoidant behavior, that's not because he is not interested, because he needs to know the divine timing and that everything is right. Because when he gives his time, when he gives his attention towards the divine feminine, he wants to know it's real. Because then there is no way back for him. You know, then he's opening his heart, he's opening his space for her. Trust the wave you come into. Your time is not running out. That's for the divine masculine. Because what is meant for you will always be there and will always find you. So trust the timing. Yeah, because I have a feeling when divine masculine gives himself, you know, he don't want to rush into anything. That's very interesting. And that's it. He needs to trust that what's there for him will be there for him, no matter what. And that's what I heard about the avoidance energy. You know, sometimes the feminine has a feeling that the masculine is having avoidance energy, is not emotional, that he's emotional closed. And it's not about that. It's just he wants to know if that's the right one, it's the right choice, and it's the right direction he needs to go. Because he knows if he doesn't do it, that there will be a regret or a loss in his life that he will never could disconnect from. So that's why he needs to know. And also about the heartache. He will never want to go through that heartache again. And that's why he is, he or she, doesn't matter. If you want to reverse the roles, that's perfectly fine, because we have also alpha feminine, you know, in a masculine energy. So yeah, that's what's happening. He needs to be sure not to be rushed into anything. And when he knows, you know, when he knows. So that's why he's very careful with the divine feminine. You know, if you go for a relationship of lust, that's what you get. You get the lust. You don't get the connection, you know. When you go for love, you know you will have this deep bond together. And also with the hormones, you know, the man has more testosterone in his body than the female. So it's harder for the man to bond with a female than the other way around, because the oxytocin in a feminine, that is, if a feminine makes more love with a man multiple times, then emotion starts to come up. And for a man is totally different. That's why it's so easy for a man to have sex with a woman without this connection, and is able much easier to disconnect than when that deep love is coming in. And that's where also the divine masculine is really craving for, that deep connection. So he needs to be sure that everything is in divine timing, that everything is in that alignment. And it doesn't have to do with, you know, doesn't have to do with avoidance or withdrawal or feeling scared. No, in that space, he's really exploring his feelings for the divine feminine. And of course, there are other circumstances sometimes. You know, it's just that timing isn't right, or it doesn't flow at that moment, or Mercury is going retrograde, that you feel that there is an interference of communication and connection. Okay. Force, don't follow. Wow, divine feminine. Divine feminine, the message for you is pave a new path. Be the leader you wish that you had. Be the leader that you wish you had. So it's important for the divine feminine to walk your path by yourself. Be that leader for your own life. Take charge, you know, take charge of your own life, and push through the force. You know, don't follow. If you're not fitting in, you know, don't follow the crowd to be fit in. That's not your way. That's not your path. You know, to do what everybody does. Don't be that sheep. You know, don't go in this herd. Be yourself. That's it. Be yourself and be your outstanding self. Show who you are. And if they say, oh yeah, but you're very quiet and you don't say a lot, or you know, then you're probably just observing the energies and feeling the energies, what's going on in your space. And if you want to be crazy and weird and doing your thing, just do it. You know, if you want to go out and dancing on your own, go out and dancing on your own. Don't wait for anybody else to drop you a line and say, okay, let's do this. No, just do it. It's take your leadership to a higher level and just make things happen for yourself. Okay, well guys, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And there are so many things that are happening. You know you're protected. You know the innocence and the diamond. When you see it, you recognize it, and you work with it. You know.